Hi, everybody. I'm Michael Wooten. Ahead for us on the Friday Town Hall, Bills Mafia in KC. Our countdown to kickoff coverage for Sunday's playoff game will include an interview with a man from Hamburg who owns the bar in Missouri that will host a lot of Bills fans this weekend.
Let's have a good game and go Bills.
Plus, with more and more of you wearing N95 and KN95 masks, the Verify team answers a common question: how long can you reuse them? And getting kids vaccinated. Some parents have made that move, others still have questions. We'll tell you the message tonight from one of the largest groups of pediatricians in our area. And we're going to start the town hall with special coverage of the Bills at the Chiefs, scheduled for this Sunday at 6:30. You can see the countdown on your screen there. The team and Bills Mafia certainly looking forward to some revenge after coming so close to making it to the Super Bowl 1 year ago. We can all remember this iconic photo, wide receiver Stefon Diggs remaining on the field, watching as the other team and their fans celebrated in the AFC Championship game. It was a loss 362 days ago. That moment has been on the minds of a lot of us ever since. So right now on the town hall, we're going to talk some football, what Buffalo needs to do to win, and we're also going to celebrate Bills fans, as many of them have made their way to the Midwest to watch in person. And joining us tonight are Vic Carucci, our Bills insider. He's also an NFL host on SiriusXM Radio. And we hope to be able to speak with Al Burns, who you heard a little bit from there in the opening. He is the owner of the Bills Backers Bar in Kansas City. Let's start with what part of a story that we brought you last year when we visited with Al. Watch this.
I've lived and died with the Bills since 1960.
Al Burns grew up in Buffalo, and after leaving his hometown for Kansas City, was able to fulfill a dream.
I knew the minute I wanted to open a bar that it was going to be a Buffalo Bills bar, a Buffalo theme bar, and the chicken wings were going to be our road to success.
In a city full of barbecue.
Kansas City has no idea what a wing is.
Unless they come by Al's, home of the Kansas City Bills backers. This was obviously pre-pandemic.
You'd be shocked at how many Bills people there are in Kansas City. We have 2,000 pounds of chicken wings being delivered today, and we'll go through all of them.
Al expects a lot of Buffalonians will stop by as Bills Mafia meets the Midwest.
I don't think Kansas City has any idea what's about to besiege them in the next couple of days.
All right, so as is sometimes the case with technology, we do not have Al, unfortunately, joining us right now. A little bit of technical gremlins. We'll see if we can work that out. He's there in a suburb of Kansas City where a lot of Bills fans are gathering. We know he's bought a lot of wings and plans to serve them up to a lot of people. We'll see if we can get him in just a moment. In the meantime, though, let's bring in our Vic Carucci into the conversation right now. And Vic, I want to start as we kind of talk about the game here and play a little bit of what Sean McDermott said late this afternoon. It's the last time we're going to hear from him before the game on Sunday. Here's how he's sizing things up.
You know, they're a very good football team. It's going to be a tough environment, of course, and they're the defending AFC champions, representing the Super Bowl on the AFC side in the Super Bowl. So well coached, got a great roster in terms of their talent and depth, and we're going to have to play our best football.
So, Vic, no disrespect to the other AFC game this weekend, but you're hearing a lot of people say that the winner of this one is probably going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. What do you think?
Oh, I concur with that, Michael. I think these are the two best AFC teams, if not the two best NFL teams, squaring off in this game. They are very similar with their offensive firepower, their defensive strength. Solid in that area, solid on special teams, outstanding coaching. I mean, there's a lot to like, so much to like. And in terms of their quarterbacks, we know how great the two, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, are, the dynamic talent around them. So when you put it side by side, really, you're looking, to me, at two Super Bowl worthy teams.
Vic, we talked yesterday with Chiefs podcaster Ryan Tracy about the differences between the meeting between these teams in October when the Bills won convincingly and then where they are kind of right now. Listen to what he had to say, and I want to get your reaction to that.
I think pressure is definitely something that bothered him earlier in the year. A lot of new starters, a completely revamped offensive line. And it wasn't quite firing. When they played the Bills the first time, I thought pressure was part of the game. clearly with a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, we talked yesterday how it was really Mahomes' worst game of the season by many people's estimation. The main area he said where they've improved is kind of on that front, and they really have looked like a different team down the stretch, Vic. I mean, we mentioned yesterday, I think they're 11 of 13, right, winning leading up to this point.
Right. The tangible part of the improvement is, I think offensively, they remade themselves, becoming a team that, because opponents like the Bills and like the Buccaneers did in the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl, were taking away those deeper routes, those big explosive plays with what they call that two deep shell kind of coverage. They were going underneath that. They reversed strategy and started to take the field and take their gains in bits and bites instead of big chunks. And it's worked for the most part. Now, it does allow for the ability to still have those quick strike plays, and they're capable of that. They've got the speed, the talent to do that, but it's more methodical. And that, too, has helped give way to a defensive improvement. It's better play. They've gotten some people healthy there. They added some good personnel there. And in the course of the season, they have become a very good defensive team that has kept points to a minimum. Maybe they're not statistically there with the Bills, but they're playing solid defense.
Vic, when we talk about Josh Allen, I mean, the performance that he put on last week was as near to perfect as you're going to get. It was, you know, they didn't have a single fourth down. They didn't punt the ball at all in the whole game. I mean, it's really just kind of mind-blowing. But we've also, and there have been some people who pointed this out on Twitter, that when Josh has had some really good games this early in his career, oftentimes he follows a really good one with a not-so-great one. How confident are you that he can put two of these back-to-back? Because a lot of this is going to rest on how well he plays this weekend.
Yeah, it might not be realistic to say he can follow perfection with perfection. It rarely happens, even with those who have long been placed into Canton in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You can have a clunker after a great performance, and you're right, there's been some of that history. That said, I think the Bills are ascending in terms of their overall performance. I mean, on all phases, not just offense, but especially with what we saw in that New England game. That was an outstanding defense. They solved a complicated sort of approach that Bill Belichick takes with the scheming, and there's good talent there, and they solved it, and not just solved it, dominated in ways that historically just haven't been seen. So could they do the same thing again? Of course, but I think it's more realistic to see that they continue an ascension of playing consistently well. It's you know, down in and down out, just not doing, you know, not turning it over, and certainly scoring enough, because I do think, as well as Buffalo's defense has played, the Chiefs will get their share of points as well.
Vic, I signed up and get these emails every morning from NFL.com. Greg Rosenthal did this morning's. He's predicting that 3 of the 4 games this weekend are going to be upsets. The Bills, one of them. He's also expecting the 49ers to beat the Packers. I don't know how I feel necessarily about that one. Have you made your prediction yet this week for how you think this game is going to shake out?
Yeah, I did. You know, Adam and I did that on Sports Talk Live Buffalo on Monday, and I have no problem, you know, picking the Bills to win this one. And you know, I think the score's going to be in the 30s, and I think the point differential will be something in the, you know, 4 or so range. But I do think they have what it takes to move on. They're the better. When I put them side by side, I think they're just slightly better. Maybe not overwhelmingly better, but they are going to me play. And it's not it isn't just the got to make amends for what happened in the AFC Championship game. I know that's a focal point. I know that's a real thing, but they should be driven by the opportunity in front of them to once again be within a game of the Super Bowl. And 2, if they want to play that disrespect card, you heard Dion Dawkins say, you know, the world dropped us on our head. I love that quote. So if they feel that headache from being dropped on their head, collective head, then that too should serve as motivation.
Vic Carucci has been joining us live. And once more, apologies to our viewers. We promoted today that we were going to have Al Burns on to talk to us live. He owns the bar in Kansas City where everybody's visiting who are out there. So our apologies for that technical problem. Vic, great to see you as always. Thank you.